Let's go. Work on three. 1, 2, 3. Work.
The Wisconsin Badgers will end 2016 the same way they started it, playing a game inside one of the most beautiful stadiums in the NFL. Hi, everyone. Welcome down to the field inside AT&T Stadium with Andy Baggett. I'm Chris Hall. It's officially bowl week, and the team arriving on Monday afternoon, settling in at the hotel, bust over here earlier today. They're getting ready for a football game against an undefeated team. Plenty to get to all week, but we want to start with one of the reasons that you'd think Wisconsin would make it to a bowl game for the 15th straight year, Andy, and that is how this run game progressed throughout the year, how it's gotten to where it is now, looking so much different the last few weeks, last 4 games than it did, say, in the first 5 games.
2 big pieces to that.
Yeah.
The offensive line, after weeks of trying to get chemistry, weeks trying to figure out what the best approach was, who played the best positions, where you were going to go with personnel, that's solidified, and everybody's playing at their best right now. The other piece is Clement, who's really found a groove as a senior, 2 years removed from his playing in this stadium, struggling in this stadium, getting hurt in this stadium. He's got a chance to come full circle, and the way he's running the ball right now, it's a good thing for Wisconsin.
Yeah, it is kind of serendipitous, I think, right now. 8 carries for 16 yards in that game you referenced when he got hurt. Wound up playing just 4 games. We'll get to Corey a little bit more in a minute, going back to the line. If you look at the numbers, they just jump off the page by 100 yards. The first 5 games, they're going 160 a clip. The last 4 games, 260, 240 against Penn State. Talked to one of the coaches on the way over here about, hey, what was different? And remember, all fall, all spring, they practiced for so long against 3-down fronts. A lot of teams they played this year, 4-down fronts. So it takes some reps. It takes a healthy Dieter going back in to play center, getting that line figured out, more reps along the way, and that chemistry you talked about, important, and it will be on Monday.
One of the cool things that Wisconsin offensive coordinator Joe Rudolph has done is he's made it a weekly competition for guys. You know, that, you know, this might work this week, this group might be better served for this opponent, but you have to earn it every week. And if you saw a drop-off, if he saw a drop-off, there were changes, and he contemplated making a lot of changes along the ways. So not only do guys have to earn it, they had to play well each and every practice, they had to play well each and every game to stay where they were. I think another huge development for the offensive line was the evolution of David Edwards as the right tackle. He's your prototypical right tackle, and he is a year removed from being a tight end, a year removed from being much lighter than he is right now. He's become a guy that, if he's not an award winner down the road for this team, I'd be very surprised.
Wisconsin, to tie it back to Corey Clement, 14-2 when he goes for 100-plus yards. Western Michigan giving up 151 yards per game on the ground this year. That's 45th in the NCAA. We had a chance to catch up with Corey and ask him just that. Is this kind of a redemption year for the running back?
It's definitely a counter to 2015 season, and the last time we were in this building, things didn't come out in our favor, and we didn't get the win. So, when we walk back into this place, it definitely gives us a sense of urgency to pick up the pace and know that we got a game to win. It's not going to be handed to us, and just like when we came in here in 2015 against Alabama, we know we were up against a tough fight. So we're going up against another opponent, Western Michigan. So we can't really take anybody lightly. So just come out, play Wisconsin football, and things should work out.
What was your reaction when you got the call to participate in the Senior Bowl?
It was great, and just allowing everything to stack up all this year, and really thank the guys in front of me to allow this to happen. And the O-line did a great job, and the wide receivers and Coach Chris allowed me to get another opportunity to be the #1 running back. So definitely a blessing, and can't wait to compete with the top guys in the country in the senior class.
Maybe a tall task for Corey to get to 1,500. He needs about 196 yards to get there. Would be the 10th player in Wisconsin history to hit 1,500 yards. But you saw what Corey went through last year. You've talked to him a bunch. His focus this year, his work ethic, everything, trying to do what he can to help this team win games. I think it's been fun for us to watch, Andy.
When you come into a season focused on wanting to get better, wanting to redeem yourself, those are 2 powerful entities. Yeah. And Corey has taken that and gotten better every week. He's been accountable. He's been tough. I think that's one thing that's been lost this season, is a lot of Corey's yards have been really, really difficult yards. And those define a back in my mind. I mean, you can there's a lot of 60-yard runs and longer runs and things like that in a running back's repertoire, but he's done a lot of his work getting the 4, 5, and 6-yard chunks, And that to me is what I remember about his senior season, is him gutting through games and being reliable in the short yardage opportunities.
Yeah, those yards after first contact, that's why he's been able to go for 100 plus in 5 straight and 8 times this year. He's been on a mission, and he's shown that all year. All these fantastic notes, by the way, thanks to Brian Mason, the SID for football, who's here making sure we know what we're talking about. I need the help, and he doesn't. That's it for the running game today. We're going to be here all week, doing this from the field all week long. So we'll catch you then. Thanks for joining us. That's going to do it from AT&T Stadium here on this Tuesday. For Andy, I'm Chris.